G'day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. So in this video we are going to take a look at the AGL Tapion and just get a better idea of how he is after his easy A. He has 160% lead for the giant form category with +1 to all giant form transformation lengths. He lowers attack and defense on his super attack, and his passive is now attack and defense 120% with a reduction of damage by 50% and an attack of plus 80% if his HP is 50% or less. He also transforms into a giant form once, becoming Hirudegarn, which gives him full evasion. In terms of build, I think crit is the way to go here for the attack boost when he gets below 50%. Additionals are also not bad. They're good on giant form units because they can trigger super attacks even when they don't manage to get ki in their transform states. Plus lowering attack and defense is pretty good on him. But overall, I think you should definitely go for crit. Then links wise, he's got Hero, Experienced Fighters, which is okay, Brainiacs, which is a decent link, very good link, just quite rare. Revival, which is his main key link, obviously for revived warriors mainly. And then he's got Fierce Battle, Transformation, which is kind of like a giant form category key link. And yeah, overall he's got a pretty decent link set, solid support as well. The main thing with this guy is that his link sets are decent, but they're kind of all over the place. Like there's very few units that share a large amount of links with him, that will share a 4 or 5 links with him. You'll get a lot of units that will share about 2 or 3 links with him, but for the most part he's definitely got 2 very obvious good pairing partners, those being himself, the Tech Tapion, and the Strength Tapion and Minotia. His main categories are going to be Siblings Bond, Movie Heroes, Giant Form. Those are kind of going to be the best teams you can run them on. But Time Travelers is also a decent team, Storied Heroes is also very good. So he has a decent selection of categories. But overall, the best team he's going to run on is probably Siblings Bond, Movie Heroes, or Giant Form in itself. We'll run him on Giant Form first. The main thing with Giant Form, unfortunately, is that there's no real super solid pairing partner for him. And that's really the only issue with the Giant Form team for him. Obviously, it's running under a double 160% lead if you run it under both Tapions, which is pretty good. But the issue is you just don't have, like, a really good pairing partner for him just yet. Maybe they'll release another one along the way, but at this point in time he just lacks that kind of pairing partner that really makes him thrive. But we've got some 30% attack support here. He hits 1.8 million. For this unit, links are going to be a big determining factor in his damage and his defense. His defense can go up a lot. Obviously Hero is a great defensive link. Brainiacs is a great attack and defense link. He experienced fighters, so he has links to do damage. It's just that he may struggle to do that damage if he does not have all of those links activated. But it's okay. It's not the end of the world. We have a rainbow one on display here, so we'll kind of see the difference between the rainbow one and the non-rainbow one, which will be nice to see. So the 1.7 and the 1.59, so we can see that kind of difference. The links aren't really leveled and they don't really share any with a lot of the team, barring transformation or transform on some of the units. So that's pretty much what we're going to see here. It may seem underwhelming, but remember that Giant Form in itself is kind of a gimmicky team. There's a Giant Form SBR, but a large portion of it basically relies on you just transforming and slowly killing enemies. It's a cool ability, but they really need to create some synergistic teams for the Giant Form category. I think that's currently the biggest issue for the most part. So we can see there 100 and so odd thousand defense, which is alright, but again he's missing crucial links, Brainiacs, Hero. With those activated, that defensive number would shoot up. Similarly with the attack stat. So this is nice to just see how the Giant Form category works, but overall we'll definitely put him on a better team. But yeah, so the main thing with the giant form category is they need to start making synergistic teams. So at this current point in time, 96k by the way on the one dude copy, 90% of the time teams are generally split into different kinds of categories. You know, Time Travelers has like the Trunks and Mai kind of category of them, or the Goku Black Samasu kind of teams, and you kind of build around those concepts. The problem with the Tapion is that he just really doesn't fit on Giant Form. Most of the best Giant Form category, cards right now are all really extreme type cards. Most of them are extreme type cards. Pretty much all the best ones are extreme types, like Baby, Cooler, Kumba, just overall most are extreme types. So that is a factor that you have to kind of bear in mind. But then also, obviously, on the super side, if they easy aid all the Great Ape Bardock Teep units, if they made like a new transforming Scouts of Vegeta, maybe a transforming Kid Gohan or Kid Goku, like a new one, you'll probably see like an improvement in this team, for sure. Maybe if they made, like, he links pretty decently with Nail, so maybe making like a Super Piccolo or something might be able to, or like a Super Slug maybe might be able to kind of cover a little bit of that lack of linking that he has on this team. But it's more just to show you guys his category team. This isn't really his best case scenario, but it's nice to at least see what kind of numbers we're putting out here. I think it's at least good to see, and helps us at least evaluate the unit a little bit. But yeah, so it's good to see him in this kind of situation, but in reality it's not really that important. There's plenty of better teams to run him on, and once you get a Tapion next to him, you'll see these kind of stats definitely change. This attack damage, this defense, all of that will improve. So it's really nothing, that's too concerning in terms of his performance. It's just one of those things that, sometimes the categories themselves just aren't that well fleshed out just yet. And so, yeah, it's, it's good to see it, but I mean, this isn't the exact superpowered Tapion we all expected to see after the EZA, but that'll come shortly in the next team that we display him on. But yeah, otherwise, it's still improvement, a lot more damage, definitely right out the gate. The 50% damage reduction is really going to help him. It's going to help him just kind of beef up his defense, really help him out in SBR and things like that. And obviously his attack lowering in that is still always helpful. It would have been nice maybe if they had made him stack defense, or I don't know, raise allies attack or something like that. Would have been really good, especially on the teams that he's on. And maybe some kind of support function just for a giant form category. Like nothing too crazy, literally even just something like +2 key or even +1 key and like 20% attack and defense. We really helped out. I know it would have obviously buffed him up, but you could have just factored that in and maybe taken it out of his base buff. I just think that would have helped, especially with the giant form category team the way it is. That would have been nice, but yeah, it's still really good EZA without that. So now we've got him on the Siblings Bond team. A much better team for him. Here he's going to have access to obviously having Tapion, which is really going to... So this is Tapion and Hirudegarn. So yeah, it's really going to help him out to have Tapion on his team, because obviously that's going to be a great linking partner for him. They share 5 links, which is obviously really, really good. So here we'll take a look. 5 links, yeah. So 5 links, obviously really, really good. And in the Siblings Bond team, we can obviously use the Tapion and Minoshia as a friend lead. So that's what we're going to do, and they're going to obviously beef up the Tapion as well. So we're going to have him kind of come in through, and then we're going to kind of link all of them together and then get a really good attack stat for Tapion. So yeah, he's really good with the Tapion and Minoshia, by the way. because they buff storied heroes and siblings bond category units. So they give him a double buff because he fits onto both of those categories. So yeah, it's storied figures. So yeah, it's really good for him. It's a solid category for him. It's probably his strongest category overall. So we'll definitely take a look at how he does on it and just kind of get an idea of what kind of numbers we can expect from a well paired and well managed and equipped Tapion. I think that'll be a really good image to see. So yeah, he definitely does improve from his link set. So if you are looking to use Tapion, this will be a good display of why his link set is so important to him, because it's really like a complete game changer in terms of stats. So here we go, we've got 5 links activated, pretty good, 142,000 defense on a single dupe Tapion. Obviously that is with 50% damage reduction, so that is pretty strong. He's got 5 links activated, and he's going to have a full set of key here. We won't use the active skill just yet. We'll wait to use that. And yeah, a very good attack stat. So you can see straight away the change in his attack stat. How it went from, 1.5, 1.7 million to well above 2 million. Very, very impressive. So it is one of those things for Tapion that you're going to want to obviously keep in mind. Is just how much he benefits from having that good linking partner. Right now in the game, there's really only 2 super solid linking partners for him. And when I mean super solid, I mean like 4 or more. There's Tapion and Minotia, like I said earlier. So if you don't have either of those, you're a little bit unlucky. Obviously, I still suggest investing into Tapion due to the fact that he is by far the best giant form category lead. And due to that fact that he is the best giant form category lead, not easy A-ing him is kind of a waste of time. Because without easy A-ing him, you kind of obviously lessen your giant form SBR category clearing ability, but you lose access to that category basically. And since he's so powerful as a leader of that category, and he dominates that SBR so much, even before his EZA, but now especially after his EZA, I don't think there's any reason to not awaken him. So yeah, but I mean, you can see straight away that improvement in his stats. So yeah, it's definitely one to keep an eye on. So here we go, 142k. We'll activate the active skill now, so we can get an idea of how much he improves from that. So that'll be really, really good to see. I haven't done this active skill yet, so I'll just let it play out.
Innocents will perish on my watch. With this sword and ocarina of legend, I will fulfill my duties.
So yeah, pretty nice active skill, really well voice acted. I love the animation, it's really, really cool. And this is a really strong pairing, defensively, offensively, they're just very, very powerful. So if you do have these two, they're actually quite a fun rotation to run. And yeah, I actually really wish I had gotten this LR. So 2.8 million, remembering how much his attack and defense can go up from links is quite a bit. So this is a unit with one dupe who could probably be hitting in the mid 3 millions, which is really good. That's really solid. I mean, he didn't have a second support on that rotation either. So yeah, I definitely think that, Tapion's EZA was really, really good. I think it was top notch. Defensively, he's great. And offensively, he can hit some really good numbers once you get a good linking partner for him. But yeah, we'll kind of get a good idea next turn, hopefully. We'll get one more turn in with him. And that, this has been obviously a good range of his attack stats, I want to say. We got the kind of the rounds in with obviously him on the giant form category where he didn't have a good linking partner. Now we've obviously got, the whole battle with him with a good linking partner. So it's good to show that some units are a bit more dependent on links than other units, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it would have been nice if they had easy-aid the Tech Tapion. I've said that before a couple times. But yeah, I think that definitely would have helped in terms of just kind of, giving us another partner to run with him. But yeah, we've got the double support here on this turn. So this is probably going to be the best turn that we see from Tapion in terms of his attack stat. So that's going to be a good representation of how far you can push him, at least with one dupe. So yeah, really good again, in the 2 millions, really solid. Obviously we didn't have the active skill, so that is one thing to keep in mind. But yeah, very, very happy with that. Very, very happy with this run. And yeah, I think let's just take a look at who he can link with, and yeah, we'll wrap it up for the video. But yeah, so basically we'll take a look at his links now, but just to basically cover the kind of generic links that you really want to have, you're going to want to have Hero as one of his major links for defense. Experienced Fighters is obviously a major attack link. Brainiacs is a big link for both of them, attack and defense, so it's one you're really going to want to get. Revival and Transform are his major key links, and then beyond that, obviously he has Fierce Battle and Solid Support. Overall, I think the most important links to get would be either to get Revival or Transform, and then to grab probably Brainiacs or Hero. That's extra defense is going to really come in handy when you're trying to obviously utilize that damage reduction to its fullest. But beyond that, just taking a look here, so these are obviously all the units that have Revival as a skill. That's going to be a major key link for him. So a lot of it's obviously Revived Warriors, Shock. They have the Revival skill set. And then obviously if we add in another link there and just kind of add in Brainiacs, that's really going to cut down the list. Majin Buu is a really good linking partner for him for the Extreme SBR AGL team. That's going to be a nice link pairing for him. And then the Demigra is an okay link partner for him, but the problem is Demigra benefits from having a full Extreme team, and obviously Tapion in his base form, or even though it's called Tapion Hirudegarn, it is technically a super card right off the bat. So that basically throws out Demigra as a linking partner, even though he links quite well. And then, as mentioned before, the Tapion, the Tech Tapion, obviously being one of his best linking partners, is there. And the Minotia and the Tapion would also be there, so that's obviously one to just keep in mind. But yeah, if we remove Brainiacs and then we just change up our link set again, obviously taking a look and seeing what we can get in terms of Hero, you'll see that it's only the Tapion. So you can see again that some of his links are very specialized links. They're links that we're going to struggle to get for the most part. And we can just quickly take a look at Fierce Battle units. Those are obviously units he can pick things up with. Android 16 is actually surprisingly a decent linking partner for him, and if he gets a Easy A, he could definitely stand to be one of the better linking partners for him. He's got Solid Support as well, so he's a nice middling choice, but again, similar to the Tech Tapion, he's just kind of aged really poorly. And he's quite old. Obviously he also benefits from being on a full androids team, which kind of goes to show the limited partner pool that this Tapion has. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and let me know how you're finding Tapion. But until the next video, I will see you guys soon, so stay safe, take care, and until the next video, cheers and bye.